Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, Sixers, the Atlanta Hawks. Wins have been few and far between of late for Atlanta. They managed to take Game 1 of the season series against this team, looking to seal their series advantage with a win tonight. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue chicken alert.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Atlanta Hawks come into town in this game. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Philadelphia. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
Fellas, I really think it's a difficult job they've got ahead of them. I mean, anytime a team gets into a funk like the one they're in, getting out of it is really hard. They've seemed a little bit scattered to me lately. I'd like to see them form a better game plan and then stick with it. Stick to the script.
Yeah, that's tough to do, though, Clark. And when nothing's working and a team does start to lose confidence, I think that's where it's critical to have leadership, both on the floor but with that coaching staff. And if they can figure that aspect out, I think then they'll be able to turn this thing around.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Sebalosha. Horford is out there with Scott. Then there's Teague, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Andrew with the screen, off the screen. That one bounces around and comes back out. So it's the Hawks now. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
T. Pocket 2, but teardrop falls in.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Here is Jennings after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Jennings kicks to Thompson. Okafor dishes to Jennings. And he gets the jumper to drop. Jennings has got his second bucket of the game to go. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Now Teague, following the miss by Brandon Jennings from deep. Out to the wing. Horford has a wide open look. And again, it's Atlanta.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Jennings. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Outside, Scott. A three-pointer, no good.
Not a problem, and that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Landry with a screen for Jennings. High post try. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Jennings against Teague. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. 76ers moving the ball around. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Now here's Okafor. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota. And Atlanta has possession. T kicks to Horford. He dishes it to Cephalosha. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And there's the feed to Scott. Lets it go from 14. Landry grabs the miss.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game. A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team. And he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach its true potential over the course of the regular season.
Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Jennings following the basket by Al Horford. Jennings with the bucket. Jennings has got 9 points.
And he came off that screen, and then he just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here is Hardaway. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Up the points down low. Well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top scoring big men in the NBA. Second is Al Horford.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked into that task.
Here's Horford. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Separation misses. Outside Jennings. 76ers moving the ball around. Okafor in the post, guarded by Horford, and it's Okafor missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
High arcing shot, the 3 from Sefolosha. Here's Splitter. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Kevin, let's look at where the Hawks stand in the NBA rankings right now. 3rd in free throw percentage, 5th in scoring. And they also show up in the top 5 in not giving up the ball. This is a low turnover team. They value possession, and they really concentrate on taking care of the rock.
And you know, their free throw shooting overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games, and you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
He doesn't get the second one.
And for Thiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Screen by Grant. Cannon, the pass to Grant. Now, here's Marshall. D right on him. Pocket 4. Here's Embiid. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Almost halfway through the season. Let's check out the standings in the East. You look at Atlanta. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season. And, of course, the 76ers, 9.5 games behind.
And seeing where the 76ers are, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That one is off.
Getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And he sinks the second. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah. And Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year was Dario Saric, who played overseas, and now Embiid.
The Hawks trailing. The pass to Splitter. The dish to Covington. Splitter sets a screen. Off the screen. Misses off the left eye.
I tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's Embiid. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
Greg, they were better than the box score might indicate because they were solid in execution, more so than the stats would show.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Splitter sets a screen. Splitter kicks to Muscala. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Embiid. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent.
And the first one drops.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
One thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Noel, that ball. It is his by Marshall. Noel's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Covington. He's covered by Grant. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. In the third spot, the Hawks.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Embiid against Splitter. Embiid dishes to Cannon. A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Noel missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. On that one, they were there.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. On defense, Philadelphia trailing by 2. Here's Covington. He's covered by Grant. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Over in the corner, Marshall. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. First in fewest turnovers per game. Third in three-point field goal percentage. And they're right there, I mean, among the top 5 teams in second chance points. Doing a really good job of offensive rebounding and then being able to score the ball when they get that second chance.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Just 5 on the clock. Schroeder with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Covington's shot is off.
Tight defense being played right there. Got right up on it and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact. The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Muscala. Good on the triple. And the Hawks lead by 3.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Cannon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And Atlanta has possession. Schroeder with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Covington. Lays it up and banks it in. Covington's got his second basket.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just flew by him.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. It's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
The Hawks leading by 3. They've got Jennings. Noel is out there with Okafor. And it's Thompson. And it's Sampson in at the 3. The small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Teague, the pass to Scott. Teague kicks to Scott. And the rejection by Noel. Pass to Thompson. Jennings wide open. Offline with his 3. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered how would he bounce back from that knee. And I have to say, it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Jennings with another miss.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Okafor with the block. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Carl Landry's checked in for Noel. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Horford. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside Jennings. Pass to Landry. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Jennings dishes to Landry. Here's Okafor. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Horford with the screen on Thompson. In the corner, Sefolosha with it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. The 76ers trail. Thompson outside. Andrew with the screen. D2 from Jennings. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Picked by Horford. Kicks to Hardaway. You know what? Now the 76ers take it the other way. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. Passes it to Lane. Here's Okafor. Hits the jump hook. Okafor's got 7 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Teague, the pass to Hardaway. Picked by Horford. Back to Teague. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Teague's got his third basket of the night right there. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Andrew with the screen. Teague against Jennings. He feeds it to Okafor. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Horford with the screen on Jennings. T kicks to Horford. That's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Landry. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Separation misses.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Sampson dishes to Jennings. Lets it go with the three. They get it back. Okafor. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. Second is Jahlil Okafor.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Well, I tell you what, he just creates so many second chance opportunities for his team when he's on the floor. I mean, last month was a huge one for him. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep it going.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Okafor. 9 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And it's tied up with that one. Atlanta's shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Jennings against Teague. Outside Jennings. Okafor sets the pick for Jennings. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Jennings has got 11.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Teague drives in. Here's Scott. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Carl Landry. Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Falls, so he hits both of them.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his 3-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Hawks shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. Jennings against Teague. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Teague kicks to Horford. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Landry's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. And he's able to square his shoulders. He's dead there. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Atlanta again missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now here's Jennings. By Cephalosha. Feeds to Landry. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Teague the pass to Scott. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. The 76ers trail by 3. Check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. The strategy included running the offense through Teague. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
It was great to hear from you, Doris.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. First and fewest turnovers per game. First and second chance points, and they're in the top 10 in rebounds. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
6 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the jam by Carl Landry.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
Right side Hardaway. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And the Hawks lead by 3.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open. And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Covington. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Grant outside. He kicks to Marshall. Andrew with the screen. Off the pick. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got his first bucket of the night.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Muscala kicks to Covington. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Grant. Dishes it to Landry. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Hawks shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Covington kicks to Teague. There's the feed to Hardaway. Splitter dishes to Hardaway. Splitter sets a screen. Hardaway against Embiid. Shot from 16. Landry grabs the miss. Landry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Grant in the corner. And the 3 off target. The Hawks leading. inside T. Got a piece of it. Here's Cannon. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Grant outside. A 3-ball. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The 76ers in second.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
And the 76ers making a change here. Noel's checked in. Justin Holiday's checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Teague. Covington kicks to Splitter. Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Covington in the corner. Let's go. The Hawks again can't hit.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Schroeder passes to Splitter. Here's Covington. Up to Splitter. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Cannon kicks to Marshall. Here's Noel. Atlanta with the rebound. Splitter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
There's a screen. Splitter sets a screen. Covington dishes to Muscala. Here's Covington. And stolen by Noel. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Down low. Here's Grant. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Now it's a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
The pass to Covington. The layup off target. Cannon. No luck. And that does it for the first half of play. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively going to the rack, imposing their will. I mean, taking it inside establishes an attitude and toughness that you can't get any other way.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Look at the game for Brandon Jennings. He has 11 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
So it's Atlanta now. 6-point game. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Cephalosha is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Horford. And it's Teague in a point guard. Inside, Okafor with the steal. Now here's Jennings. On the wing, Thompson. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark is kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And both free throws good for Landry.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy, willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Shot clock at 5. Teague for 3. But they'll get another chance. Scott. Shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Teague against Jennings. Here's Hardaway. No luck. Good D by Thompson.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
The dish to Hardaway, and he slams it one-handed.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Thompson in the corner. And the 76ers get it back. Count that one. Okafor's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Pass to Hardaway. Fires for three. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Brandon Jennings? He's right around 17 points tonight, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Kev, I was able to speak with head athletic trainer for the Hawks about his status. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Here's Hardaway. And that one hits back iron.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
These are players that have a job to do, and they've been doing it very well. Here's a look at the top passing point guards in the NBA over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, Brandon Jennings.
And for the purist out there, he has been fun to watch with the ball in his hands. I mean, he can make any pass on the court and creates so many easy baskets for his teammates.
Call him their heart and soul. I mean, their offense would be completely different if he wasn't the guy running the show.
On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Hardaway. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 6th assist on the night. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
They set the screen. Horford sets a screen for Teague. To the wing right side. Pass to Sefolosha. Clock at 6. The shot. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Teague.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time, but that's an invitation for a turnover.
Here's Okafor. Count it from 12. Okafor's got 14 points for the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Teague. Here's Scott. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. First in fewest turnovers per game. Second in rebounding. They've also been extremely skilled in the art of the putback. Second chance points. I mean, they're ranked number 2 in that particular category.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Checking out the game Mike Scott is having. 9 points and a steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court.
And he's good on the second. Philadelphia leading by 11. Now Jennings, 11 points in the game. The screen from Thompson. Outside Jennings. Okafor with the screen on Teague. Here's Landry. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle splits for the 76ers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And both free throws good for Landry.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Picked by Horford. Teague with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Scott kicks to Sefolosha. And he's good on the 3-ball. Sefolosha's got 7.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Jennings passes to Okafor. Good.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Noel's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And that one misses. The Hawks trail by 12. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Jennings against Teague. And Okafor with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Jennings kicks to Thompson. Okafor inside, working on Horford, and it's Okafor missing. Hardaway dishes to Teague. No good from 11 feet. The 76ers leading by 12. And stolen by Scott. Outside Hardaway. He dishes it to Teague. Here's Horford. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Horford's got 8.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
The drive by Jennings. The shot by Thompson. No one's around. Okafor gets the bucket. He's got 18. The Hawks trail by 12. Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. To the paint, here's Splitter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Splitter's got 6.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's a screen by Noel. Kicks to Embiid and stolen by Horford. Covington passes to Teague. Hawks passing it around. Open shot, Horford, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And here's Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And a dunk by Horford.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Jennings kicks to Noel. Outside Jennings, 5 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Covington dishes to Schroeder. Passes it to Teague. Here's Horford. And Embiid pulls it down.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that. And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Grant, he's checked in for Jakar Sampson. Kendall Marshall comes in for Thompson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Brandon Jennings. He's off on the second. The 76ers leading by 7. To the left side wing. Marshall inside the three-point line. They get it back. There's a screen by Noel. Up top, Embiid. Now, here's Marshall, guarded closer. Embiid sets the pick for Marshall. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Hawks trail by 7. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Feeds it to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. A floater. Muscala. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Muscala's got 6.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
And Noel gets it to go on the assist from Marshall. Marshall's got his 5th assist in this one. Dishes it to Muscala. Launches a 3. The rebound by Grant.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
That's That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Splitter kicks to Holiday. Splitter sets a screen. Here's Covington. A second chance effort. Splitter misses.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Over the last month, we'll take a look at where the Hawks rank in the NBA stats. First in free throw shooting, second in fewest turnovers per game. And the fast break points have come in bunches for them. Bushel baskets full. They're among the top 5 teams at scoring in transition.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Schroeder sinks the three-pointer. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Grant, right side, launches a three. Holiday with the defensive effort. The Hawks trail by 6. Schroeder with the ball. Now defended by Grant. There's the screen. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. He feeds it to Covington. Lock at 6. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Schroeder. Cannon kicks to Grant. Here's Noel. Can't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers lead by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Philadelphia leading by 6. They've got Carl Landry. Jennings out there with Thompson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Sampson in at the 3 side. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Back to Okafor. 5 on the clock. Sampson, the pass to Thompson. Here's Landry. Nice D from Scott. The Hawks trail by 6. Outside Teague. He kicks to Hardaway. And there's the feed to Horford. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. That's a floater go. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12. And the 76ers with possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Okafor with the screen on Teague. Outside Jennings. Here's Landry. Out of handout. And they'll keep possession. Thompson inside the line. Atlanta with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
And that one's good. 14 points for Jeff Teague. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Jennings with the ball. Now the pass to Landry. 6 to shoot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And Teague, here we go. Horford no luck.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Jennings dishes to Thompson. Here's Okafor. And too long on the shot. The Hawks trail by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Teague. There's the dish to Horford. A jump hook. Horford missing again. Philadelphia leading by 4. Jennings kicks to Landry. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Horford. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Outside Jennings. Lets it go with a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Cephalosha's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Scott with a screen on Jennings. Picked by Horford. Hardaway kicks to Cephalosha. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. 16 points for Teague.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
On the wing, Thompson takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Thompson against Teague. The drive by Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Picked by Horford. Teague against Jennings. Shoots from 12. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. 14 points for Al Horford.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague, the pass to Horford. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's Jennings with the drive. Here's Okafor. Rebounded by the Hawks. Scott's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hardaway kicks to Cephalosha. Good!
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why change? I mean, that's 8 straight points in the paint, and they have now turned this into a physical game.
Here's Okafor. Boom, he kicks it straight down.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. So it's Atlanta now. They trail by 6. Teague can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Thompson dishes to Landry. From 12 feet out. Shot is off. Nice D from Scott. The Hawks trail by 6. Teague with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Teague the pass to Horford. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Horford's got 10 points in just the second half. To the inside, Thompson. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And the 76ers lead by 6. The Hawks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. T kicks to Horford. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
You just watched Jeff Teague. He is a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And Teague's also as athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor. They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Jennings. Okafor sets the pick for Jennings. Back to Okafor. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he could get in there and grab a few more.
6 to shoot. Right by Scott. Soft touch off the glass. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Jennings kicks to Landry. Sampson dishes to Jennings. Landry a screen on Scott. To the paint, off the pick. Landry no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Outside Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague the pass to Horford. By the way, that's a 2-pointer. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Andrew a screen on Teague. Thompson in the corner. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Thompson's got 14 points here in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
The 10-footer. Teague can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jennings kicks to Sampson. Picked by Okafor. It's Jennings with the drive. Thompson in the corner. And Horford pulls it down.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Teague dishes to Scott. And he gets it to go from the high post. And the Hawks lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for tea. Picked by Okafor. Hardaway against Thompson. Right wing. Okafor sets the pick for Jennings. Up off the screen. And Okafor with the layup.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Picked by Horford. Cephalosha kicks to Hardaway. He took good advantage of that screen. And the Hawks lead by 1.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Outside Jennings. Philadelphia moving the ball over. Picked by Okafor. Jennings kicks to Thompson. 13 feet away. That one wide left. The Hawks leading. It's Scott on the wing. Fires for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
One made 3 for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Landry with it. And it's Horford picking him up. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. First touch by Horford. Outside Jennings. Just 3 to shoot. Okafor the pass to Lent. Open shot. Thompson 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Schroeder kicks to Horford. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Good game for Horford. 8 rebounds, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
He drops the first one, and that ties the game up. So making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Pick by Okafor. They double him with Horford. Here's Sampson, covered by Cephalosha. Here's Okafor. Good!
Those are huge points. Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Scott dishes to Schroeder. The 11-footer. Shot no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. Oh, you got to love that nice assist by Jimmy.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
Yeah, I'd echo that. I mean, we're witnessing something special here today, Greg.
Here is Jennings, and now they decide to foul intentional.
At the line for your 76ers, Brandon Jennings, taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside, they need this. They grab their own miss. Goes up again. Scott can't get it to go, and he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. From past the arc, Scott missing again. So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but quite a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. A terrific effort on both sides of the floor. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
He was a monster on the inside for them. His strength and his size came into play so much tonight. And to go along with his physicality, he had a sweet touch around the basket.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.